I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you.
Oh my goodness.
Y'all know the DNA came.
Buckle up, because what I'm about to tell you makes the Kardashians look like a quiet church picnic. The internet has officially entered its "are you kidding me" era, and Karlissa, yes, Blueface's mom, the undefeated heavyweight champion of family chaos, just pressed the big red button. She didn't whisper. She didn't hint. She leaked what she calls DNA receipts that allegedly prove baby Junior might not belong to Blueface. And let me tell you, social media reacted like someone unplugged the Wi-Fi mid-Fortnite match, screaming, running in circles, throwing virtual shoes. This isn't drama anymore. This is a full-on paternity earthquake with an aftershock of messy family history. Hotel hallway leaks, late-night live streams, and a mother who treats Instagram like the Supreme Court. The way Karlissa dropped those screenshots, like she was slamming down cards yelling "draw for baby." The internet didn't even get a warning, just vibes, chaos, and a "here y'all go." And if you think this is just another celebrity argument, no, this is the kind of bombshell that makes reality TV producers pull out notebooks like, wait, write that down, because if these receipts are even half real, then Blueface's entire world might be built on the wrong DNA. The moment Karlissa hit post, the internet didn't just wake up, it detonated. Because let's be honest, when it comes to drama, the Blueface family operates like a full-time production studio with no off switch. But even their usual chaos couldn't compare to this. A mother leaking alleged DNA paperwork on social media. That's not a plot twist. That's an entire season finale dropped on a random Tuesday. What made it even wilder was how calm she was. No shaking voice, no dramatic background music, just Karlissa sipping on whatever energy source fuels her and casually throwing the world into disarray. She posted those receipts like she was submitting homework early. No hesitation, no filter, no mercy. And instantly, the internet clicked faster than their brains could process. People zoomed in, screenshotted, enhanced, inverted colors, ran AI analysis like they were trying to crack the Da Vinci Code. Meanwhile, Chrisean's fans jumped into the comments looking like they were preparing for battle. Shields up, keyboards ready. But let's rewind for 1 second, because this nuclear moment didn't just happen out of nowhere. The tension between Karlissa and Chrisean has been simmering longer than a slow-cooked BBL sauce. Ever since baby Junior came into the world, the entire internet has been dragged into a never-ending timeline of he is, he isn't, he might be, actually. No, wait, yes, and check the chart. But when rumors reached their boiling point, most people shrug it off as typical messy internet noise. Until today. Because today, Karlissa didn't just say something. She brought what she claimed was paperwork. And paperwork is the one thing the internet takes dead serious, whether it's real or not. People love documents. They'll believe a blurry image of a form before they believe a full video explanation. It's like humanity has this weird instinct. If it has lines and numbers, it must be legit, and Karlissa knew exactly what she was doing. In her caption, she didn't hold back. She implied that the results didn't match Blueface's DNA profile, whatever that means in her universe, and that fans should do the math now. Any normal family would have handled a paternity issue in private. You know, doctors, labs, lawyers, basic adulthood stuff. But this family, they decide to crowdsource the emotional fallout by handing it to millions of online detectives who haven't even finished their laundry. Within minutes, people were stitching videos, going live, breaking down chromosomes like they had biology degrees earned through TikTok slideshows. Pages were posting timelines, clips, screenshots, old interviews, even that infamous motel footage, all trying to connect the dots that probably weren't even part of the same picture. Some were convinced. Others said the whole thing felt like a marketing rollout. Some joked that Zeus Network probably took notes for their next show, DNA Diaries, The Blueface Chronicles. But nothing was funnier than Blueface's reaction, or rather, his lack of one. He stayed quiet, probably because even he didn't know which direction this tornado was spinning. Or maybe he was waiting for his PR team to send him a script like, "Say less," literally. Say less. His silence was louder than Karlissa's shouting, which is already a miracle. Fans were refreshing his page like they were checking exam results. But nothing came. Meanwhile, Chrisean was also silent, which only fueled the conspiracy machine even harder. The chaos didn't stop there. People started pulling old clips where Blueface joked about paternity tests, where Karlissa hinted at knowing the truth, and where Chrisean clapped back saying everybody needed to mind their business. Suddenly, those old videos were treated like sacred prophecy. People stitched them together into full documentaries like, "Here's how we got here, grab popcorn," and of course, the memes. Oh, the memes came in like a tsunami. Junior photos next to Blueface photos, next to Karlissa photos, next to random baby pictures from Google. People were doing side-by-side comparisons with the seriousness of crime investigators. One person even photoshopped Junior holding a sign saying, "I'm just trying to eat my snacks. Leave me alone." It was chaos. Pure, delicious, algorithm-breaking chaos. But under the jokes, something real was happening. This leak, true or not, it cracked the surface of something nobody wanted to admit. The entire situation around Junior has been unstable from day one. Between the public arguments, on-camera fights, messy live streams, and custody rumors, this child became the center of a storm he never asked for. And now, throwing DNA accusations into the mix was like tossing gasoline on a bonfire already burning through 3 neighborhoods. People started asking real questions. Should Karlissa even have access to this kind of paperwork? Did she leak legitimate documents or create something for clout? Was she exposing truth or manufacturing chaos because she thrives in it? And what about Chrisean? Was she blindsided, or did she see this coming? The silence from both sides only deepened the mystery. When a scandal hits and nobody denies it immediately, people assume the worst. It's the internet rulebook. Then another layer hit. Fans began arguing about morality. One side said Karlissa crossed the line. Another said she was doing what Blueface refused to do, protecting the truth. Others said everybody needed therapy, not TikTok. And a fourth group said they didn't care about anything except whether the next episode of this drama was coming soon. But the biggest shock wasn't just the leak. It was the alleged numbers on the document. If those were real, then the match percentage didn't reach the threshold typically required for paternity confirmation. And even though real labs don't format things the way Karlissa posted, that didn't stop the internet from losing its collective mind, because deep down, people weren't reacting to paperwork. They were reacting to what this meant. The father of the child, questionable. The mother of the child, furious. The grandmother, celebrating. Accusing, exposing. Nobody could tell anymore. The whole family tree was fighting in circles. And the worst part? This wasn't the end. If anything, this leak opened a door that cannot be closed. Because once you accuse someone of not being the father of their child, especially publicly, you can't go back to holiday dinners like nothing happened. This wasn't a small spark. This was the blueprint for a legendary, internet-breaking mushroom cloud. And as the smoke started rising, the world realized something chilling. If this was Karlissa's opening move, the next waves of fallout were going to be historic, because the drama was only getting started. And the truth, it might actually be stranger than the leak itself. Just when the internet thought the leak was already messy enough, the story mutated like it had ingested a full season plot twist overnight. Because the moment Karlissa's DNA receipts hit every corner of social media, celebrities, influencers, and every chaos-loving spectator with a verified checkmark decided to jump into the ring. This wasn't gossip anymore. This was a digital riot with VIP seating. First on the scene were the reaction channels. They didn't wait for facts, clarity, or context. They just hit record. Titles like "The Truth About Blueface's Baby" or "Karlissa was right all along" popped up faster than people switched sides during Twitter wars. Every influencer became a genetics expert in 0.2 seconds. One guy literally said, "I took biology in 8th grade, so trust me." And the sad part? People did. Then the celebrity reactions started rolling in. Because nothing fuels a scandal like famous people pretending to be objective while sipping popcorn behind the scenes. Jason Lee hopped on live talking about receipts he's heard floating around. Tamar Braxton commented something cryptic like, "Sometimes the truth hurts louder than the lie." Nick Young tweeted, "I knew this was coming, even though he definitely didn't." And Cat Williams, oh, he posted a meme of himself tapping his forehead like, "Think about it." But the wildest reaction came from someone unexpected, Hazel. Because of course she did. She posted a whole video essay dragging Blueface, Chrisean, Karlissa, the doctor who did the test, the paper the results were allegedly printed on, the font, the margins, and the idea of DNA itself. She was so loud, people were like, "Girl, this wasn't even about you." Yet, meanwhile, TikTok was in full detective mode. One creator put on a fake lab coat and glasses, analyzing Karlissa's screenshots like they were world-altering evidence. Another creator made a chart showing how Blueface's head shape doesn't scientifically align with Junior's forehead. Someone else called in their cousin who works at a hospital, who explained basic DNA terminology while comments flooded with "Duh, that's what I've been saying." But it didn't stop there, because TikTok loves a remix. People started doing DNA leak challenge videos, reenacting Karlissa throwing imaginary papers while dramatic music played. One person even turned her caption into a rap beat. The internet doesn't care about emotional damage, it cares about trends. As the chaos escalated, public outrage multiplied. The debate split the internet into tribes. One group shouted, "Karlissa is exposing the truth." Another group screamed, "She's obsessed with destroying her own son." A third group said, "Where is the real test?" And the rest? They were just there for the entertainment, munching snacks louder than the drama. But then things took a dark turn, because celebrities and fans weren't the only ones watching. Lawyers started chiming in. Real lawyers. Blue-check attorneys began posting videos saying, "Leaking medical or DNA information, even alleged info, can be a serious legal offense." Another lawyer claimed Blueface could potentially sue his own mother if the papers were fake. A third lawyer said Chrisean could take legal action for defamation. And that's when everyone sat up a little straighter. Suddenly, the drama felt less like a meme and more like a courtroom warm-up exercise, and just when the audience was adjusting their seats, a new twist dropped. A rumor spread that Chrisean had seen the leak and was ready to fight back. Not gently, not politely, fight back. Someone who claimed to be a close source said Chrisean was furious and calling her own family, preparing her side of the story. People speculated she might go live. And nothing terrifies the internet more than a Chrisean rock livestream, because that girl does not do subtle. She speaks at maximum volume, maximum emotion, and maximum chaos. It's like watching a tornado give a TED Talk. Meanwhile, fans began revisiting old interviews. In one, Blueface joked about the baby looking different. In another, Karlissa said, "You can't fool DNA." In a third, Chrisean said she didn't care what anyone thought because she knew the truth. Suddenly, people were editing these clips together like a conspiracy board on crack. Then the funniest thing happened. Someone brought astrology into it. A girl made a 12-minute video saying, "I analyzed Junior's birth chart and Blueface's chart, and they don't match energy-wise." And the comments were like, "Oh my god, thank you. Finally, some science." But under the humor, the tension was turning deadly serious. Because Karlissa's leak wasn't just a messy post, it was a grenade hurled into a fragile situation. If the papers were real, the world had questions. If they were fake, the fallout could ruin relationships, reputations, and maybe even custody arrangements. And that's when the memes switched tone. They went from funny to wait. Hold on. People started posting timelines of every argument, every livestream meltdown, every shady comment Blueface and Chrisean had exchanged. Someone made a 5-minute montage titled, "The DNA wasn't DNAing. Signs we missed." Another person pulled old tweets from 2023 where Karlissa hinted that everything would come to light soon. Suddenly she looked less like a chaos generator and more like someone who had been plotting a reveal. But nothing prepared the world for the next twist. Zeus Network stepped in. Not officially, of course. They never handle things the professional way. But people noticed their main page liking posts about the leak. Producers were allegedly calling influencers. Rumors spread of an emergency meeting. Someone posted a cryptic story. You think this is messy? Just wait. It became clear the scandal was evolving into a cultural moment. A full-blown circus with no ringmaster. Everyone involved looked guilty, innocent, confused, or some blend of the three. And that's when fans realized something terrifying. Nobody had denied the leak yet. Not once, not a word from Blueface, not a word from Chrisean. And Karlissa. She was doubling down. Her comments were wild. Y'all mad at me for telling the truth. I tried to warn him. You can't fake DNA. Someone asked if she was sure the papers were legitimate. She responded, "Are you the father?" It was chaos. Absolute unfiltered chaos. And with every hour that passed, the stakes got higher. Because this wasn't just about a baby anymore. It was about loyalty, reputation, trust, and who the internet believed. The truth was somewhere in the mess. But the mess was louder, bigger, and moving faster than anyone could grab hold of. And the worst part? The mystery kept deepening. The more people investigated the papers, the more confusing details they found. Dates that didn't line up. Formatting that looked strange. Missing information. People were arguing whether the document was real, fake, edited, or from a random DNA website no one had ever heard of. The scandal wasn't slowing down. It was multiplying, mutating, becoming something beyond anyone's control. The fallout didn't arrive quietly. It hit like a meteor, blowing craters into every relationship around this baby. As soon as the internet started wondering who Junior's real father might be, the gossip ecosystem turned into a digital manhunt. People posted wild theories, throwing out names like they were picking lottery numbers. Every old photo of Chrisean standing next to any man resurfaced with captions asking nonsense questions. The internet wasn't searching for truth. It was drunk on speculation and obsessed with shock value. Blueface finally reacted, but the silence lasted so long the reaction wasn't even enough to stop the avalanche. His response was vague and confusing, like someone trying to look unbothered while drowning underwater. Fans expected fire, denial, or at least a meltdown, but instead he posted a calm sentence that solved nothing. The ambiguity only fueled the conspiracy machine. People started claiming that his low-energy tone meant the leak had truth behind it. Silence became proof. Confusion became confirmation. Meanwhile, Chrisean's camp was buzzing with whispers. People close to her hinted that she felt blindsided and furious. They said she was preparing a response that would shatter the internet, and everyone knew she meant it literally. Fans were waiting like it was pay-per-view night, knowing Chrisean rarely holds back. Every hour that passed without her comment made the tension thicker. Viewers refreshed her page nonstop, hungry for the hurricane she is known to unleash. Karlissa, on the other hand, didn't slow down. She doubled down, responding to critics with more energy than a politician in scandal season. She argued, clapped back, dropped hints, and posted quotes about truth rising. Each line she posted added gasoline to the fire. Some people applauded her, calling her brave for speaking up. Others called her dangerous for dragging a baby into public destruction. The internet was split, but her confidence never wavered. As discussions grew, fans revisited old drama timelines with fresh suspicion. Every argument, every rumor, every emotional moment suddenly felt like a clue someone had missed. People posted compilations of Blueface questioning paternity months ago. Others dug up clips of Karlissa warning that the truth always comes out. Suddenly she looked less chaotic and more like someone who had been preparing for a reveal. The narrative shifted. People wondered if she had been plotting this moment all along. The situation spiraled further when custody conversations resurfaced. Some claimed this leak could affect who gets Junior in the long run. Others insisted it would make no difference because the issue was deeper than DNA. Lawyers online debated scenarios like it was a televised case. They suggested that if the papers were real, the entire foundation of the custody battle might shift. If they were fake, the repercussions could be catastrophic for Karlissa. Every possibility sounded worse than the last. Then came the psychological breakdowns. Not official ones, but social media analysts pretending to be therapists. People posted threads diagnosing the whole family with fictional disorders. They labeled behavior patterns, cited trauma cycles, and acted like they were profiling a crime documentary. Viewers ate it up because everything becomes entertainment when the internet is involved. Facts didn't matter. Narratives did. As memes peaked, serious voices started emerging from unexpected places. Some influencers begged everyone to stop dragging Junior into chaos. They argued that no child deserves to grow up with the internet debating their existence. Their posts got shared, but not nearly as fast as the scandal itself. Drama spreads like wildfire. Responsibility spreads like slow Wi-Fi. The audience was addicted, and the algorithm was feeding them nonstop. All the while, Zeus Network dipped into the conversation without officially participating. They didn't post statements or explanations. Instead, they interacted with content, liked suspicious posts, and followed accounts discussing the leak. Viewers noticed instantly. Theories erupted claiming Zeus was preparing a storyline or secretly filming reactions. Some insisted the leak was orchestrated. Others said it was pure coincidence. Nobody knew the truth, but everyone wanted to believe the most dramatic option. As more days passed, people began turning their attention back to the leaked document itself. A new wave of scrutiny swarmed the details. Dates looked mismatched. Formatting seemed strange. Some said the numbers were scientific. Others swore the entire sheet looked like it was made in a rushed PDF editor. Experts and fake experts argued fiercely. The discourse became a giant tornado of doubt, certainty, denial, and outrage, all happening at once. Then came the emotional aftermath. Fans started questioning whether the family could ever recover from this. Blueface already had complicated relationships with nearly everyone involved. Chrisean had a long history of explosive tension with his mother. This leak made the gap between them feel unfixable. Even if the truth came out clearly, people doubted forgiveness was possible. The distress was too deep. The public humiliation too loud. Karlissa addressed the rising backlash with even more posts. Some were direct, others cryptic, almost poetic in their intensity. She kept implying she wasn't afraid of consequences because she believed the truth was on her side. Critics pointed out that she hadn't provided verification. Supporters argued she didn't need to. Her defiance became part of the spectacle, making the drama harder to contain. Chrisean's silence eventually became the loudest voice in the narrative. Fans interpreted it as strategic, emotional, or purely fed-up exhaustion. Maybe she was waiting to strike with her own evidence. Maybe she was protecting her child from further noise. Or maybe she simply didn't owe the internet anything. But in a world built on instant reactions, silence is a thunderstorm. It echoes, it creates panic. It fuels theories faster than words ever could. Blueface's team reportedly urged him to stay quiet until the dust settled. But the dust wasn't settling. It was rising like smoke from a building still burning. Fans demanded answers from him daily. Some begged for truth. Others begged for peace. Most just wanted entertainment because the internet runs on destruction disguised as curiosity. His silence made him look lost in the storm he helped create, whether he meant to or not. The longer the leak lived, the more people felt the truth was slipping further away. Everyone wanted a clean answer, but the situation had become too polluted by rage, pride, ego, and digital theatrics. Even if a real DNA test surfaced tomorrow, many wouldn't believe it. Too many narratives had already been created. Too many people had chosen sides. The scandal wasn't just a moment anymore. It had evolved into a cultural imprint. In the end, the only undeniable fact was that the world had changed for everyone involved. Trust was shattered. Relationships were damaged. Public perception was poisoned. And a child who never asked for any of this became the center of one of the internet's loudest storms. The consequences were bigger than clout or chaos. They were permanent. And yet, despite all that destruction, one chilling question still remained unanswered. If you survived this roller coaster without your phone overheating, congratulations, you're officially stronger than the Blueface family group chat. This saga didn't just break the internet, it threw the internet into therapy. And trust me, this story isn't stopping here. More leaks, more receipts, more family meltdowns are already brewing in the shadows. So before the next bomb drops, do yourself a favor and lock in with the channel that never sleeps on scandal. Smash that like button like it owes you child support. Drop a comment telling me whose side you're on, or just type chaos if you're here for the drama more than the truth. And hit subscribe so hard that YouTube thinks you're submitting a DNA sample. Because the way this family moves, you blink once and you'll miss 10 new plot twists. This is the only place breaking it all down with sarcasm deep enough to offend a therapist and accuracy sharp enough to cut through the mess. Every scandal, every meltdown, every leaked message, every who's the father moment, it all lands here first. I post faster than Karlissa can hit share on a blurry screenshot. So if you want front row seats to the madness, you already know what to do. Turn on notifications like your life depends on it, because this drama doesn't wait for anyone. And remember, in a world where celebrities pretend they're private but live stream their breakdowns, the truth always comes wrapped in chaos. So don't go anywhere. We're just getting started, and the next chapter is already writing itself in real time. This is your home for the scandals they wish would stay hidden. This is Fame Flaws, where the truth gets louder, the drama gets wilder, and the tea never, ever stays cold. Ever stays cold.